I can't remember when I stopped believing in Santa Claus. After all, I can barely remember being 5 years old, which, give or take a year or two, was about the time the magic ended. Hey, I was a farm kid. We got to see what was going on behind that mystical, magical curtain of reality at a very early age. Simply by being there on the farm, up close and personal with the daily routine of working with Mother Nature, we found out things most children were clueless about. Very early on, we knew milk, hamburgers, hot dogs, and chicken salad did not originate on a grocery store shelf, and baby animals were not delivered by the stork. It's a wonder we didn't see through the Santa thing long before we did. But that's human nature. We want so much to believe the unbelievable. I do remember how my children got their first peek through that veil of reality. It started with my brainiac, overly pragmatic daughter. The dairy farm operation was gone, and both daughter and son missed out on first-hand and hands-on experience with the facts of life. However, my daughter figured out most of it on her own, using scientific method and simple observation. The first thing she caught on to was wrapping paper. Santa's Christmas gifts were wrapped in the very same wrapping as gifts given by Mom and Dad. Second, and this pretty much clinched it, my little forensic handwriting expert discovered Santa's handwriting and Mom and Dad's handwriting were exactly the same, which she matter-of-factly demonstrated to her little brother. The cat was, as they say, out of the bag. All right, so where am I going with this? Well, I'm getting to that big, disturbing question that creeps into our collective psyche every year when the days grow shorter, the nights longer, when the leaves and the first frost hit the ground, and when we all seem to get caught up in the excitement, the anticipation, and even sadly, sometimes the depression that comes bundled up in the year's ending holiday season. That question is, where did the magic of Christmas go? And the answer to that question is, it didn't go anywhere. It's kind of like where those car keys went that you spent an hour looking for because you left them on the kitchen table instead of where they belonged, hanging on a wall a couple of feet away. Or that pair of eyeglasses that simply disappeared into thin air until you realize they're sitting on top of your head. No, the magic of Christmas did not go anywhere. It's still right there where you left it. You don't see it? Look a little harder. You might have to dig through and under all the other priorities of your life that you've been piling up over the years. Yeah, it happens. All that stress from economical, political, and emotional clutter builds up fast if you let it. Maybe you want to clean the house once in a while. Maybe dust off the things that matter. Things like friends, family, loved ones. Maybe your neighbors, even strangers, people in need. There's plenty of those. Straighten up and chill out. Stop and smell the roses. Well, in this case, smell the unmistakable scent of a fresh-cut Christmas tree or a cup of cinnamon hot chocolate. And maybe even think about what Christmas is and why we celebrate it in the first place. It doesn't matter what faith you follow. It doesn't matter what you believe in or what you believe or what you don't believe. If you choose to believe nothing at all, well, that's just fine. But remember and know this. Every Christmas, we celebrate the birth of a child, born at a time and place in history where hatred, fear, division, and unimaginable brutality ruled the planet. Darn, sounds just about like here and now. He grew into a man like no other man, then or now. The scribes of history gave him many names like Lord, Savior, King of Kings, Son of God. Go ahead, call him what you will. I'm sure you've all heard of him. He was born the son of a carpenter, but they called him Rabbi, the Hebrew word for teacher, and it's what he taught us that is the magic of Christmas. In that ancient world, darkened by all that hatred, all that fear, all that division, all that brutality, he stood up bravely like the brightest beacon and told us to be brave, and not to hate, not to judge, because we were all one family, children of the one who created us all. And, most important of all, and yet most simple of all, he told us to love one another. And what did we do? What did we, Homo sapiens, the most intelligent, the most highly evolved creatures ever to walk this planet, do? We killed him for saying that. You think after more than 2,000 years we'd finally get around to getting it? Well, that's what the magic of Christmas is. That's what it's for. Hope. Hope against hope. That finally, someday, we'll get it. It doesn't start with some great leader, some great statesman or politician or holy man. That carpenter's son gave us the message, the lesson, way back then. As they say, it ain't rocket science. Pretty damn simple if you ask me. It starts with us, you, me, and the guy next door and down the street. So, yeah, the magic is still here. Maybe under your Christmas tree this year, hidden under all the ripped-up wrapping paper, or maybe at the bottom of one of those oversized stockings hanging from the mantel. Look a little closer. It could be that one gift you somehow always seem to overlook because of all the holiday hubbub. It's just a little box, pristinely wrapped in the finest paper and bow, with a tag on it that says, "Merry Christmas. Remember me?"